We're currently out looking for birds or any other species that we can find. And so far, so quiet. Just wanted to put out a quick video so everybody knows what I'm up to. I think tonight's show is going to be a recap of 2021 die-offs, marine life die-off, insects, animals, birds, and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure. So we got some fresh snow coming down. This is a prime time to get out, see if we can find any birds, because they're going to start foraging a little extra heavy because the snow is falling. Now, generally, in the last 24 trips or something like that, we maybe seen 4 birds. And I'll typically spend 3 to 4 hours out looking for birds. Hi, anybody. I don't know why my screen is so dark here today. People got to realize Fukushima nuclear meltdowns are an extinction level event. And yeah. And so we don't know for sure in the next 3 or 4 years if there even be a bird left here in Canada. We know from research expeditions on I call it Zo. Yeah, my screen is really dark today. I can't barely read anything there. I just wanted to put out a quick video, let everybody know we're back out on the trail again. And it's dismal. It's really amazing how the planet, the nuclear industry is willing to let all the species be exterminated so they can keep their genocidal nuclear going for another couple of days, or a couple of years rather. And how governments and universities and medias worldwide in the last decade that we covered on our channel, the Dana Durnford or the nuclearproctologist.org, we unequivocally show Fukushima is an extinction level event. And what we got for that is being smeared, isolated, attacked, vilified, demonized, harassed, arrested. And I'm not a bad person for saying, hey, we really should be worried about the species. We really should be concerned about animals and mammals and insects, because we are supposed to be the steward of this planet. And I'm going to jump back on the bike here and start driving for a little bit. I'm going to take you along with me. I'll check out the video later today when I get home to see if there's any kind of quality to this. But we'll just give a couple of minutes of us driving. Driving down, and you can kind of get a feel of what I'm doing. This is there's no trucks on this path. This is an isolated path. And in fact, nobody's been on the path since a few days ago, since I've been on the path, because there's no fresh tracks. And we're supposed to get a lot of rain tomorrow for 2 days, and then the snow is going to come again. And it's hard to appreciate it, I'm sure. But we've been doing this for almost a decade. And what we discovered was a mass extinction event playing out. And there's no tracks ahead of me. No fresh tracks anywhere. And so I just love this, because if there is any fresh tracks we come across, then we know that within the last couple of hours. But nobody's been up here in the last number of days. And generally nobody does come up in this area, I've noticed, in the last couple of years. This is a prime spot. There's a lot of little side trails that takes us, side trails takes us off deep into the woods. And the problem with the side trails is there's so many bushes, it scratches you up really bad. But who cares? You know, this is about the species, and if we don't go and have a look, then there's nobody doing this kind of research. And when you go out for 4 or 5 hours and can't find a bird, then you actually got a problem. Let me do that again. Hi everyone. Yeah, the snow would be radioactive from Fukushima, that's right. I can't seem to keep the comments up on the screen. Jeff, James, Lucette, hi everybody. Because I'll check this for quality after when I go home this evening. Neil. Yeah, so Neil's saying the insects down there have disappeared. And so generally I crawl along at 2 or 3 kilometers an hour. My gloves are down on the ground here. Hang on. My gloves are down there. Trying to give you a little view. Let's do this again. Okay, here we go. So I'm in 4-wheel drive, and I just crawl along at a very low speed. And you're looking for birds that might, typically you would see birds fly across the road. And I apologize if this is not good quality. I won't know until I get home and check it out later. I cannot stream in portrait with an Android. You can do it with an iPhone though, so I just very well might have to get an iPhone so that when we do stream, we can stream in full portrait. Because I'm sure, it says rotate device. Now I rotated the device, it says it's locked. So we'll go back just in case that helps. I don't know. Well, I'll find out later today when I watch the video. So it's minus 13 or something. It's bitterly cold right now. So I won't stream very long. But there's a lot of these little paths. Like you see that path that goes up there. I'm not going to go up that one. I'm looking for another one coming up here. I'm going to take you down it. So you kind of understand what I do when I'm out here looking for birds. And I prefer to have a lot of snow on the ground so you can follow tracks. You can see any rabbit tracks or any fox tracks or something like that. And the last time we were out, we had quite a bit of snow coming down, and we were following a fox trap. We followed it for about 10 kilometers and never caught up to the tracks. But when I get down here, you really don't want to go more than 2-3 miles per hour down these trails anyway, because they're pretty rough, right? And generally, to make the loop that I like to make, to keep doing the research, is around 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers. And then, once I finish that route, it's about a 3-kilometer run to the next one. And it goes over a mountain and through a... And so you can only crawl along, basically, which is perfect because you can't really spot anything at 10 kilometers an hour. So when you travel at super low speeds, for say 4 hours is my typical run when I go to research. Because I do a live show 5 days a week, I find that you got to get home pretty early to get the show ready for nighttime, right? So it's a hell of a lot of work, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have the ability to do the things I'm doing. And it's a humble operation, right? You know what I mean? Hang on. Almost got me. So it's a humble operation. I'm into the bushes now. get through it. I get up here, I'll flip the camera back around. Let's see, a big old head and short. And there should be a pad coming up just shortly, where we're going to go to the left. Picture's good. Starlight, thank you. See, we got one spammer there. I blocked those spam words, but they come up with new words for some reason. Port Angeles, hi everybody. Let me see the comments for a second. Yeah, the picture's good. That's great news. Hopefully I got the right comment that time removed. That's all good, so I got that. Thank you. Love everybody too. Just going through the comments very quick before we switch back into second gear here. Yeah, let's keep going down. We'll find that Pat. I'll go down to Pat, and then we'll end the stream. We'll turn the stream off at that stage, and then when I go home today, I can study the stream and see how I can improve it, hopefully, or something. Because I can hook an external microphone up to this camera, and I have it at home. And I have the mounts for my windshield, right, where I can mount it off the windshield. Unfortunately, I'm just looking for tracks here now because I think that's the pad coming up right here. Yeah, that's the pad right here. So we're going to go left here. And go up this little pad, hopefully. There we go. There was a bird that time. He was yellowish. He was yellow. He wasn't a ptarmigan or a partridge or a grouse or something like that. He was a small bird. That was pretty cool. That was actually amazing. The beautiful yellowish, kind of a greenish color. And it looked to be about 8-9 inches probably tall. He was to the right of where we're going right now. And let's keep her rolling down this path. So far, so good. So far, I'm pretty happy with the camera, with the stream. Now, you're not supposed to be able to live stream unless you got 1,000 subscribers, right? Everybody remember that. And if you check, if you got a YouTube account and you got on your cell phone, and you go try to live stream, it's going to tell you you need 1,000 subscribers. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, which I find really interesting, right? Because they took down my site with it was 24,000 subscribers. Mind you, it was 24,000 subscribers for how many years? For like 4 years, never moved. And then they just randomly took it down when I was on a research expedition looking for spiders about 5 months ago. Yeah, so that was kind of weird. We can live stream. Just gonna bring up the comments here, just make sure everything is looking good. Christian, John Curtis. Yeah, if you find a bird, check its origins to see if it's mutated. Like it's so rare. We just seen a bird. That was amazing. And how sad is that when you finally see a bird? You think it's amazing. When I should have seen a couple hundred birds at this stage, right? Or even more. You see nothing. I can't remember the last time I saw a flock of birds flying, like migratory birds. It's been quite a few years. And so the planet is being exterminated by the nuclear industry. The planet is being exterminated. So this spot we're going up to now, there's a little bog down close to it. I like to go down and see if any moose have broken the ice, because these shallow bogs, the moose will go down and break the ice and then eat stuff on the bottom of it if the ice is not too thick. And so it's easy to tell. We're going to go down there right now. And the trail, we're not seeing any tracks in the trail. And some of that snow is older, so even though we got fresh snow, you would still see the depressions from the tracks, typically, if somebody else had came in here. Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm able to live stream. I'm not complaining, I'm just surprised because I'm censored so heavily. And so there's no harm in me live streaming, because that's the only way you're going to get good at it too, right? But I might have to get myself an iPhone so we can stream in portrait, because you can't stream in portrait with an Android phone apparently. I'm going to check, because that was a couple of years ago, so they might come up with a patch by now in order to be able to stream portrait. And I have to do all this one-handed, right? You have to stream one-handed, drive one-handed rather, so it's really tricky because it's a rocky path. So we're going to go down here. There's a bog down here that's iced over it. It's not a thick ice. And this is a little bit of a hard spot to get back at us. But I got the winch, so I'm not really worried about it. Oh, baby. Trying to drive down that one-handed was a new experience for me. That was a new experience. And so normally this is where I would stop it, but because everything is frozen, I can take a chance now and go out here. And this is where we're going to stop the stream, is right here in a few minutes. I'm going to shut everything off. Give you the last minute or two in quiet. And I'm pretty sure everything is so you expect that if a moose was down here, and I seen trails here about 2 weeks ago, but not all the way down here. And there appears to be a rock out there. Hi, everybody. No, I didn't bring the Geiger counter. I'm afraid to get it wet in this kind of weather, because they're expensive, right? It's a $1,500 Geiger counter. Now, typically, you would just put the Geiger counter in plastic bags. But in cold weather, I worry about the bags sweating, right, and getting water onto the electronics. Should I go out on the ice? Let's go out on the ice for a bit of fun. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Hang on, I'm going to jump a few times. So if I go in the water here, it's only a couple of feet deep. No more than 8 or 9 feet deep. I'm just kidding you. It's a shallow pond. This is a very shallow pond. Hi, everybody. Yeah, and so I'll do this for about 4 hours typically. And because today's minus 30, that's probably going to be the max I'm going to do. And I have a whole bunch of these little paths that I'll come in and do over and over and over, because I know very few people come up in this area. I forgot what I was streaming right in my face here. Yeah, and mine's got a big wand and cable onto it. But yeah, you can definitely put it in a bag. Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up, folks. We're going to let you go in a few moments here. Just a quick looking at the comment sections to make sure everything's hunky-dory. We'll give you an external shot again. And so that pad also up here, that continues down that way, where there's another bog. That's where I'm going to head, but you got to use 2 hands to get down that one. And you can only crawl at 2 or 3 kilometers an hour. And then if something happens, I got a friend who'll come and get me. He knows where I'm gone. And he's got a side-by-side. And so he'll come and he'll come pick me up or tow me out of it, whatever works. And so you expect to see a few birds flying, at least. Well, you should have seen 100 birds by now. We didn't. So we'll call it a day for you guys. We're going to do a show tonight. And I wanted to do it because we do the 2021 die-off. See if I can get the bike in there. We do the 2020 die-off. There's going to be like 3 videos to cover the 2020 die-offs, 2021 die-offs, last year's die-offs. And we got to cover all of this stuff because you took down my main site where all that material was already. And so we can just put up the cream, like the masked whale die-off, seals, sea lions, birds, insects, and stuff like that. And hi John, thank you. John 2H and John S, 2 different Johns there. Yeah, I got my helmet. I take my helmet off when I'm out actually on the trail because I'm only traveling 2 or 3 kilometers an hour. So the helmet will be into the helmet's going to be in the container on the back of the bike. I'll bring you over and give you a quick look. Right, so the helmet's right inside the container. Once I get on the trail, and then you got your hot cup of tea. And then the blue bag down here is a thermos of hot tea. And it's just tea with honey into it. Okay, so we'll call it a show. Hi Robert. Not a show, but we'll call it a success. We streamed for 22 minutes. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. And so I'll check that when I get home. I'll check that when I get home and yeah, you would expect to see at least a crow or something. That's a good point. Okay, and so we'll let everybody go. Let me figure out this again. I'm just trying to figure out how to switch it back over to me. It'll tell me in a second. Okay, well there it is, right there. Alright, have a good day everybody. Yeah, there's nothing here. I haven't seen anything. I've been out about 2 hours maybe. A little over 2 hours right now. And I just wanted people to, because a lot of you guys, mostly you'll never know I'm out here doing this, right? I do this every opportunity I get. If the weather's reasonable, I'm out here doing this. But because tomorrow it's supposed to rain and warm up for 2 days, and then it's supposed to drop down to freezing cold like it is today again. It's better to get out here today because I won't come out the next 2 days because I don't like getting soaking wet. I don't mind it. If I thought there was something to find, I would come out. But the idea is, this is an act of desperation to come out here, by the way. I know I'm not going to find nothing. But in order to prove that there's nothing here unequivocally, I have to come out and physically check it myself, right? And if I don't come out and physically look myself, then I can't make those assertions that there's nothing here. And rightfully so, of course. Okay, God bless everybody. Hugs for everybody. We'll let everybody go. See everybody that can tonight. If not, the video will be there for you to watch the weekend. Hi, Albert. Heavy here because I'm just loaded down with equipment. Have a nice day, everybody. We'll see everybody tonight. Yes, absolutely freezing.